This should be a good one. I've got that video of Matthew North with Jesse Spots. I've got yesterday's Vanguard. That is close to 10,000 views. It's at 566 thumbs up to 1.1 thousand thumbs down. It's a fake fight. Ryan Grimm is actually another one of those disinfo shills. I remember him involved in a Neil Rauhauser styled hoax years ago. Made a blog entry. It's the one, if anyone remembers, I had a screenshot of Jerry Lewis as the mad professor at the top. I also posted a version of that on Fire Dog Lake. I think Stola is another disinfo shill. They're all fakes somehow. They're all compromised. No one speaks truth. No one mentions any thinkers. There's never anything to learn. It's just empty. Even when we think they're the best of the best and true leftists and thinkers and stuff. I can't say whatnot anymore because Jardula's overuse of that. But anytime we think we find someone good and legit and true, it's the opposite. It's all rigged. The truth hurts. It's better to know. I've also got video from Facts on the Ground. It's one of the lesser known channels in the ecosystem. Jaeger was on. The brother, I think that's his brother. We'll take a look at his tattoo, which looks like Freemasonry. It's a butterfly, but if you look close, it's got the angles and shapes of Freemasonry. I've also got a video, just for the fun of it, of celebrities glitching. So I'll slice and dice that into today's show. I should have said something like, on today's show, something like that. Then come in with some music. I seem to have the end game of videos worked out, in which I put that public domain music I have at the end. It's kind of spooky, scary. It sort of hits the spot without rubbing it out. But I've yet to figure out the intro. I used to have Elvis Costello. See, I'm going into a digression. And I'm just going to have to put an end to that, even though it probably would have been amazing. Genetic matches are not that difficult to put together, as long as you suspect it. Once you have an idea that something is going on, then you just apply a scientific approach to either confirm, debunk, or leave open-ended. Indeterminate, I think is the way it goes for that word. I'm on morning coffee and just getting my act together. I got a little tired of the stamp collection the last several weeks into months. I'm trying to get back into those, but since I'm getting a little frustrated with them, I've been video blogging more than perhaps ever. I was just watching a few minutes or so of Matthew North, Jesse Spots. That is a relative of Gavin. These guys, Gavin, and I think the other guy's name is Zach, they need to be doxxed. They all need to be doxxed. I think we have Poinkinen's true name, but he still needs his full history and job resume. It needs to be made public. All these people need to have their real names and histories exposed into the public, or they need to go away. That should be the new rule. I'm sick of paid fakes being planted. That's what they're called. These are called plants. It's called rigged. So F these people. Now, of course, I don't expect any help or anyone to chip in. That doesn't seem to be the way people operate. So I continue on my own with my own work in this area. I'll just put up various clips from both Matthew North and Gavin. See for yourself. They're related. They make the same frickin' facial expressions. They have the same pauses. I'll do the same for the Facts on the Ground show. We're gonna look at this guy's tattoo. Those guys are brothers. You can see it in the face.
1.5 million channels who are now part of Steven Crowder's Mug Club. It's like they're getting played like a fiddle, and they don't even realize it's just basic human psychology. It's the Barbra Streisand effect. So Ari and Joe have some Barbara. I just hope people smarten up by the time that they start pulling the strings with Ari and Joe. Like whatever Milo is hinting about. Of course, that's coming down the line.
Well, and then think about this. Like I said before, Milo has stepped recently. His big resurgence with going after Lauren Southern and Colin Robertson, and the other rebel media people. Resurgence by dumping the dirt on them and stirring the pot with them and being a provocateur with them. So there's some big game plans coming up with this whole agenda that they're pushing. So I would say Milo does know about it. And it doesn't surprise me, like Rogan said, pushing Milo's narrative.
And maybe not everyone can see it in the face. It's like most Aspies seem to have perfect pitch, or a big chunk of us, or whoever has perfect pitch seems to have Asperger's. That seems to be how that's going. So maybe one needs to have Asperger's to make these sort of genetic matches, but I don't think so. Because we all know when people look similar because they're related. It's called family. We know this. So one shouldn't have to have autism to notice it, to have special brain power. No one should need that to notice this. Redneckonomics and Chandra are related. I think Amber is related to them too. I think Amber and Redneckonomics share a father, or not a father. They share Chandra, and I think the father is where those are different relatives. They're not relatives with the father. That's my theory. So one of them changed their name. The older one, probably Amber. Amber seems older than Redneckonomics somehow. So I imagine Chandra married a Mr. King and had Redneckonomics. Maybe Amber was young enough as the older one. Something like that. That's my theory. They had her change her name too, just for the heck of it. Because I don't think Amber and Redneckonomics are full-blown sisters. That didn't sound right, sorry. Misty has a fake name, Misty Winston. No way that's her real name. I think she's related to Sarah Frills. I think Frills has also mentioned herself as from Ohio, that area. It just seems to be a match. This guy Jesse Zerwell with the weird tattoos. Why don't you tattoo your armpits, you freaking loser? That guy, I've noticed weird stuff in his background before, like some type of demon monster. He moved it. That's a free Mason. That's what they are. I saw Ben Dixon putting the shush up to his mouth. These jackarses give it away that they joined the secret society in order to get perks in life. And the irony to me is that they all look spent, cooked in regards to drug use. I've already gone over that part. So that pretty much wraps up probably what I needed to say to add in some voice there to make a video. And then we'll just let the video speak for itself, and ye can make up your minds whether or not you agree that these people are related. In general, lately, I've been fixated on Matthew North and Gavin.
Sent it to you. It's on the Internet Archive. About how we're going to get to a point where it's going to be like Avatar, and we're just plugged in, which is also interesting because Rogan, I believe, gave the same allegory or whatever, that it's going to be like Avatar. It's like they use the same words, they use the same phrases.
He's promoted the Avatar ride that they have, where you're going through the Avatar forest on a dragon's back. Very much like about that agenda, very much about living in some, and I don't understand it. I mean, if you're tied in with science and technology, I guess cybernetics, amputees being able to have their own prosthetic limb, people in wheelchairs. Obviously, there are benefits to machines, but that's where we typically see it. We see it in the health field. We see it with sex, with the sex robots. But Joe Rogan seems to have a very unique position in regards to physical.
We have no confirmation of the real names. I am confirming they are brothers, they're relatives, and a story on that. We just need to know their real names and their biographies, their job histories. If we have confirmed names, such as with Steve Poinkingham, we need all the information on that clown. Same with Glory Jones, which has been confirmed as a real name. It's disgusting that COINTELPRO has co-opted the Assange movement, and they've also co-opted the anonymous movement and just regular people trying to exert themselves and speak for themselves. I try to do that. It's called independent citizen amateur journalism. So these jerks have co-opted that. They need to be outed. They need to be exposed. They need to be cut down, metaphorically, non-violently, at the cyber knees. It's time to stop messing around. So anyone out there who has extra money, you could pay for information. You could try to go that route and get reports on these people. I don't know how legitimate those websites are for giving away information. I'm not good at finding that information. When the internet was more legit, I was very good, perhaps exceptional, at researching. Okay, I like these things at 15 minutes. I've talked enough because I do want to add in some clips of Matthew North versus Gavin, which is probably a fake name. They're all fake names, I bet. A lot of them. Not all of them. But Jesse Spots is a real name. Apparently, he's a failed actor. So that's that. I could keep talking and talking, and then there's no room to fit in clips on the room with the people speaking. I want to show some actual Matthew North speaking, so one can see it's obvious he's related to Gavin. I'm able to put this together, not because I'm a genius. Well, maybe I am, but I don't know about that. I'm not sure. IQ test, maybe I am, but I'm humble. I don't just say I'm humble to be humble. I give the credit to Asperger's, that's all I'm saying. I give the credit to the syndrome with its pros and cons. So I'm able to see, I'm able to remember, I'm able to observe faces in their entirety. That's become one of my specialties. So we need a full docs on, I know I'm asking for the world, I'm asking for docs on every single one of them. But I would love a full docs on Matthew North and the Gavin clown. I've proven that these people are reading off of scripts. Everyone should know this by now, even though no one, not one person is joining in and helping me out on this. Few joined in and helped me on Camberland. Next to no one. Only the few people I blogged with paid any respect or interest to what I experienced. Now it's years later. This is what's referred to as a reboot attempt. It won't be called a reboot unless it's successful. So that's that. I've downloaded some video. I've said some words. And now it's time to slice and dice, chop them up, then hit upload. But before then, I will just say that this is the Tokyo Shemp News Network. Have nice days. Truly.